Good evening, dear friend. Welcome back to Dreamworld Chronicles. I am truly happy you are here tonight. Find a comfortable place to rest. Take a slow, gentle breath in and slowly breathe out. Let the worries of today drift away. The little cloud across the quiet night sky. The moon is shining above dreamland. The stars are glowing softly. And somewhere Oliver is still carrying his little lantern. Last night, Oliver and Luna walked deeper into the whispering forest. There, beneath the oldest tree in Dreamworld, they meet the ancient guardian, Elder Bridge. Oliver showed him the little white pillow. The silver words upon it began to glow. Then, a second message slowly appeared. Before the last moon, neither Oliver nor Luna understood what those mysterious words meant, but Elder Beach did. For the first time in many years, the ancient tree became silent, his peaceful eyes filled with quiet concern. Tonight, we continue their journey. Oliver stood beneath the great branches of Elder Beech. His little lantern rested beside him. The warm light danced gently across the roots. Above him, thousands of silver leaves shimmered beneath the moon. A cool breeze moved through the forest. It carried the sweet scent of flowers. Oliver closed his eyes. He took one slow breath. Everything felt peaceful. No one spoke. The silence did not feel empty. It felt warm, like sitting beside an old friend. Oliver remembered something his grandfather had once said: when someone carries an old story, let them choose the moment to tell it. So Oliver waited patiently. Elder Beach noticed. A gentle smile appeared upon his ancient face. You are very patient, he said. Oliver smiled. I am trying to be. The old tree chuckled softly. Trying? He whispered. Is the first step toward becoming wise. Oliver liked those words. He quietly tucked them into his heart. A little bird landed on one of Elder Bird's branches, then another. Soon, small rabbits came from the flowers, and a tiny hedgehog peeked out from beneath a fern. Even the fireflies floated closer. Oliver looked around with wonder. They all came. They knew. Luna smiled. They knew what? Elder Birch only tells this story when Dreamer needs to remember it. Oliver looked up the great tree once more. He suddenly understood how special this movement was. He carefully placed the little white pillow beside one of the ancient roots. Its silver word glowed softly, almost as if it wished to listen too. Alderbridge looked towards the stars. His voice became gentle. Long ago, he said, before these branches grew so wide, before the rivers learned their songs, Dreamworld had another name. Oliver listened carefully. It was called the Garden of First Dream. Oliver whispered that words, the Garden of First Dream. Name felt peaceful, like a beautiful memory. The old tree nodded. In those days, every dream was new. Every hope was small. When children fell asleep, their gentle dreams rose into the night like tiny lights. Those little lights became the very first dream flowers. Oliver imagined thousands of little lights floating into the sky. He smiled. What a beautiful place! That must have been. It was. Albert's eyes sparkled. There was laughter, there was kindness, there was peace, and among all the dream keepers, there was one who was loved by everyone. Oliver leaned forward, not because he was impatient, because he was curious. What made him so special? Albert smiled. He was not the strongest. He was not the fastest. He was not the cleverest. Oliver looked surprised. And why did everyone love him? The older tree answered softly, because he was kind. Because he was kind. He never hurried past someone who needed help. He never laughed at another person's mistake. He always listened before he spoke. Luna quietly looked toward Oliver. Oliver noticed. What is it? She smiled. He reminds me of someone. Oliver blinked. Who? You. Oliver laughed gently. Oh no, I still have so much to learn. Elder Bridge nodded, and that, he said kindly, is exactly why the pillow chose you. Oliver became quiet. He did not feel proud. He felt thankful. After a moment, he asked softly, what was his name? The ancient tree closed his eyes. The forest became completely still. Even the breeze stopped. When Elder Breach spoke again, his voice was almost a whisper. As names grow older, they become treasures. So before I speak his name, you must first understand his heart. Oliver nodded. I would like that. I know, Elder Breach replied, and that is why I will tell you his story. The moon climbed a little higher. Silver light covered the peaceful clearing. Flowers around the great roots slowly opened their petals. Golden flowers, blue flowers, silver flowers, soft green flowers. Each one glowed like a tiny star resting upon the earth. Oliver had never seen anything so beautiful. He looked around in silence. Sometimes there are no words big enough for beauty, only a thankful heart. Far away, beyond the northern mountains, a single golden light appeared. It shone for only a moment, then it disappeared. Elder Bridge watched it carefully. His peaceful smile slowly faded. He whispered, "It has begun." Oliver looked toward the distant mountains. He could not see anything now, only darkness, only stars. He turned back toward the ancient guardian, his heart filled with quiet questions. But he waited, because he had learned something important tonight. Sometimes listening is the kindest thing we can do. He waited. The old tree looked toward the stars once more. Then he smiled. It is the time. Oliver sat quietly beside the great roots. Luna rested beside him. The little animals gathered closer. No one wished to miss a single word. Even the tiny stream seemed to slow its gentle song. Elder Bridge took a long, peaceful breath. Then he began. In the garden of false dreams, there lived a young dream keeper. He was gentle, he was patient, and he believed every dream mattered. If a child had a happy dream, he smiled with them. If a child had a sad dream, he stayed until hope returned. He never asked who deserved kindness. He simply gave it. Oliver listened with all his heart. He sounds wonderful. He was. Elder Birch replied, but he never believed he was special. He simply believed that every heart deserved peace. Oliver lowered his eyes. Those words settled gently inside him, like seeds finding good soil. The old tree continued. Each morning, before the sun touched the hills, he walked through the garden. He greeted every dream flower. He thanked every stream. He even greeted the little birds. Oliver smiled. He thanked the birds? Elderbridge laughed softly. Yes, he believed kindness grows when it is shared. Luna looked at Oliver. That is why the birds trusted him, and the flowers bloomed brighter whenever he walked by. Oliver looked around the clearing. Perhaps kindness really could change the world, even in small ways. A gentle breeze moved through the branches. Hundreds of silver leaves floated slowly to the ground. One landed upon Oliver's shoulder. He carefully held it in his hand. It sparkled softly. It is beautiful, he whispered. Elder Bridge nodded. Every silver leaf carries a memory. Oliver looked surprised. A memory? Yes. Every kind choice, every promise kept, every movement someone chose love instead of anger. Oliver looked at the tiny leaf again. He wondered why memory is carried. The little white globe beside him glowed gently. Its silver letters became brighter. Find the sleeper before the last moon. Oliver looked at Elderbridge. Does the pillow remember too? The old tree smiled. It remembers hope. For a little while, no one spoke. The silence felt peaceful. No one wished to hurry the story. After a moment, Oliver asked, what happened next? The smile on Elder Bird's face slowly faded. The young dreamkeeper discovered something no one had ever seen before. Oliver leaned forward. What was it? The old tree looked toward the northern mountains. There was one dream flower, and did not bloom. Oliver remembered the flower he had found in the valley, the frightened flower, the one that held the tiny pillow. It was just like the flower I found. Yes, Elderbridge answered gently. It was the very first one. Oliver's eyes grew wide. The very first dream flower? The old tree nodded. It closed its petals, and no matter how much kindness surrounded it, it remained asleep. The little animals became very quiet. Even the fireflies seemed to stop dancing. Oliver whispered, why? Elderbridge answered with great fear. Because someone had forgotten their dream. Oliver frowned. Can someone really forget a dream? The old tree looked at him kindly. Sometimes, when people stop believing in goodness, when fear becomes stronger than hope, when they believe kindness no longer matters, the dream becomes very quiet. Oliver thought about the walking world. He wondered if many people carried forgotten dreams. His heart felt heavy, but only for a moment, because Elderbridge smiled once again, and yet, even the smallest light can walk the darkest dream. Oliver smiled too. He liked that very much. Just then, a soft bell echoed through the distant mountains. Once, twice, then silence. Luna quickly stood. The moon bell. Oliver looked toward the north. What does it mean? Albert's branches moved gently in the cool wind. It means time is moving. The last moon is drawing closer. Oliver carefully picked up the little white flow. He held it close to his heart. I don't know where the sleeper is. He looked at Elderbridge. But I promise I will find them. The ancient guardian smiled with quiet pride. I knew you would, because you are the strongest. Not because you know all the answers, but because you never stop caring. Oliver felt warmth fill his heart, not pride, gratitude. The moon climbed higher into the peaceful sky. The dream flowers soared gently in the cool breeze, one by one. The little animals returned to their homes. The fireflies drifted away like tiny stars. Luna stood beside Oliver. It is almost morning. Oliver nodded. He took me last look at Elder Bridge. Thank you. The old tree smiled. The journey has only begun. Far beyond the whispering forest, beyond the silver rivers, beyond the northern mountains, one lonely dream flower slowly began to glow. Its petal trembled softly, as if someone deep within 1,000 years sleep had heard Oliver's promise. Thank you for visiting Dreamworld with me tonight. I hope this story brought a little peace to your heart. If you enjoyed our journey, I would love for you to join me again tomorrow night. Together, we will follow Oliver beyond the whispering forest and take the first step toward the 1,000 year sleeper. Until then, take one last slow breath, close your eyes, let your worries become lighter, and let your own beautiful dreams begin. Wherever you are in the world, may your dreams be peaceful, may your heart be kind, and may your tomorrow be filled with hope. Good night, dear friend. Thank you.